Praise the Lord for investigative journalism. Yep. I'm sitting here at Whole Foods and I am having me a rare treat. It's ice cream. It's good that we have, as homeless people, the ability to have treats every now and then. Our ability to get sugar isn't the same as someone who is not homeless. There's sugar all in their home. I can only eat this ice cream pretty much right here. I'm going to eat all of it right now. But beyond that, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something, you know, because I'm now in this position. More of my videos are going to be this way, and I'm changing a little bit of how I do things because I have obtained shelter. I can't go back to work even though I'd really like to. I can't, okay? My Social Security card was just robbed from me for the 11th time. That has to happen before I can go to the California DMV, and I'm still waiting on mail. So as frustrating as it all is, there ain't anything I can be doing about it any faster than I already am. And you're the one at home that could probably help, but you probably won't. That all being aside, I want to talk about the, you know, investigative journalism and the whole idea of like when Tom Acosta dies. Tom Acosta is my father sleeping with a 7-year-old boy. Best friends with the governor and Senator Joe Manchin. He's Governor Tim Justice and Senator Joe Manchin. None of these people are going to live forever. And it always has been on my mind of like who's going to die first. Is it going to be me? Is it going to be the homeless U.S. veteran, the best one in the world, one I intend to marry? We and him are 16 times more likely to die. Tom Acosta's already had a quadruple open heart bypass. Governor Tim Justice is as big and round as a house. Like a big beach ball, but bigger than that. And Senator Joe Manchin looks stressed in every picture that's been taken of him in the last 10 years. But, you know, so like, the whole, here would be the 2020 or the 60 Minutes episode. And it's looking at the complete and 100% entire failure of the whole Dow County, West Virginia community, which my dad used to say, we're kind of like a big family. It's just, I don't know if it's really a family, but it is so small knit. There's only 16,000 people in the whole county. Most of what goes on in Welch, and all these people do sort of know each other, you know. But the 100% collapse and inability of anybody to care at all when it's Rising Star, right? It's Muralist, painting the largest mural in the state. The person that was bringing, you know, so much positivity in the late 2000s and 2010s, when in the 2020s he becomes a child molester. Everybody's 100% zero ability to care was gone. And, you know, like for me, there's never been a single bit of a doubt that my dad's a child molester. Like, that's never been, no. He said, I'm going to leave you here in this cabin and go sleep with a 7-year-old boy. I got to love you. I was adding phone data to my phone, holding his phone in my hand when he got a text, I love you kisses. I confronted him about it. We had this very long argument for like 45 minutes. He never got to any point of like, well, maybe he didn't do it. No, he never did. I never killed Tom Acosta. He's a child molester. It's awful. And I knew the second he told me, I'm going to leave you here in this cabin and go sleep with a 7-year-old boy, I already knew people like the top authority available. Dow County Commissioner Cecil Patterson was going to fuck it up. I just knew he was never going to be prepared to hear those words. Tom Acosta is a child molester. Our darkest hour is upon us. We must do something. I never expected Cecil, even though it's like, I have to do it. I have to have hope that Cecil may. He completely fucked it up. He was the one who said, well, Nathan, I'm so sorry to hear about this. Have you contacted the authorities? And he's never done anything since. Like, he still could. I don't think Cecil even knows. Cecil, Tom Acosta's still at risk. You could still do something now. It would still be better than never doing anything at all. Boomers are stupid. But it would be good if we were to like examine, you know, that sort of 60 Minutes episode where they go into, you know, they go ask Mary Lewis, the most affluent woman in Welsh, the one who gave me $20, like saving my life was ordering a pizza, and then just ran away. Like, she gave me $20 to that GoFundMe to go back to West Virginia, and then she's been completely absent ever since. This is a woman that did one line dancing class at the Jack Caffrey Arts and Cultural Center after Tom Acosta stole the money from Raynell, West Virginia, where he was doing the mural, supposed to be doing it at the Jack Caffrey Arts and Cultural Center. That crime happened, and then Mary Lewis came in and did a line dancing class, one of them, and now she's like transporting her cat on Instagram from one location, one of her homes, to one of her other homes. Yeah, that's like McDowell County boomers. McDowell County, West Virginia boomers are that stupid. And they shouldn't remember. But, like, I'm getting dinner now at the homeless shelter. But I want them to ask Mary Lewis, like, Mary, you know, given that Nathan died of homelessness and, like, Tom raped the daylight out of a 7-year-old boy forever, and Nathan was screaming for help, and you never did anything. What the fuck is wrong with you, Mary? Like, I would love for them to ask Mary Lewis and all these other boomers, but she would be a good one. She'd be a real good one because she's got the Instagram transporting her cat situation, and then, you know, doing the line dancing class where Tom Acosta stole the money out. She'd be a real good one for them to go find and be like, Mary, what's up? And then, like, her lazy eye, it's just gonna be a media spectacle. You know, whether I'm already dead, okay, this is gonna happen. This is gonna be like the 60 Minutes or 2020 or something like that, where it's looking at the community's complete negligent failure. This is the home, Welch is the home of the oldest Veterans Day parade in U.S. history. They have a sign, multiple signs on their light poles that say, Welch is proud of its local veterans. So shitty. What about the veterans like the best one in the world? It was in New Mexico, it is now back in Colorado. Are they proud of him? I don't think that they are, because everyone in Welch kind of knows about him and has never done a damn thing. Like, it's that bad. Yeah. So, that is one thing that was interesting to me. It's like, we've got to, you know, smoke them boomers out of their holes on an investigative discovery, you know, journalistic piece on that. And then I want to talk to you a little bit. I'll probably talk about this more in depth in the video. Hold on a minute. Get a piece of ice cream and we'll talk about it. Okay. Hopefully it's right here. I just left it. Here is an old Victorian building. Kind of reminds me of Tom Acosta. I didn't want to burden my fellow Americans with having to hear about this topic when Tom Acosta dies at Whole Foods. Them shoppers, you're tuning in, so. And you might know Tom Acosta. So, you know, you should care. So when Tom Acosta dies, has been, you know, something that's becoming more of an interesting topic to me, something I think about sometimes. And we have to just kind of, you know, think about some things like, when he dies, how will I find out? Well, the most likely way I believe I will find out will be Google Alerts. You know, that's just how this family operates. Nobody's going to call me and say, sorry, you've been homeless forever. Your dad died. And we thought we could fly you out here and just love you and make sure that he has a funeral and that, like, you know, my Aunt Maddie is not going to give me a hug. My Aunt Donna is not going to do anything. Aunt Nora better keep her legs crossed and not even sleep with anybody. Not even Uncle Angelo or Uncle John. Nobody. But, you know, Aunt Nora doesn't listen to me. Or God or anybody, apparently. But I will probably hear about it from Google Alerts. How will Tom Acosta die is maybe more of an interesting thing because he's a child molester, right? So child molesters, sometimes they just don't, go peacefully in the night. If that boy's father gets back from war, I know he's out of the country, and I believe he's at war. That is the correct information. I believe that that boy's father is very likely, since he's at war, is probably using a gun all the time. He could just kill Tom Acosta till like hammer dead right away. I mean, wouldn't you? You're like a job right now doing this video. I was across the street, and then there was a thing for the Wi-Fi. Now I'm back. But Tom Acosta could go out like being murdered. It could happen. It could totally happen. I think that is something we need to be aware of. We don't know if he's molesting. I know he's molesting one boy. I don't know if he's molesting more than one boy. Child molesters sometimes do that. It could be a whole other situation. There could be a 4-year-old boy. Like in, I don't know, Bluefield, Virginia. I'm just picking a place out of nowhere in my head. But there could be a whole other situation. And I don't think that like McDowell County has ever considered that or even cared about that, because McDowell County boomers shit in a river, and that's all they do. But like, when Tom Acosta dies, for me, at this point, it is kind of I wouldn't say milestone, but it is a time that will happen in the future, to put it that way, that will be, for me, an indication of the cares and the stress I have for this 7-year-old boy can, I wouldn't say completely stop, because his life is, he's already a survivor of Tom Acosta if he's still surviving. We'll have to be caring and thinking about him for the rest of our lives. But it is a time when the hurt stops. Put it that way. Now, will the 7-year-old boy be found? Will he die first? Has anybody thought about that? Tom Acosta could go out and murder-suicide. He could kill the little boy and then immediately kill himself. Things like that could happen. We don't know what's going to happen. We just have to trust our Lord, the Savior Jesus Christ. Nathan's right. This whole thing with the governor and the senator, I haven't given it a whole lot of thought, but I have been thinking, what's in it for them? What's in it for Jim Justice and the Senator Manchin to keep this, cloak of invisibility almost? Not invisibility, but invincibility, to where Tom Acosta is just untouchable. That's why he's got Officer Vineyard saying, I work for Tom Acosta. Why Sheriff Martin West was like, apparently didn't have a problem with it at all. My president of WVU, Gordon Gay, is like, got all these emails, and it's like, not worried. We got some fucked up situations. But like, what's in it for them? The only thing I haven't really, I'm worried about the boy, I'm worried about what I know. And I know, like, when someone calls me and says, I'm thinking I'm Tom Acosta, and says, I'm at the governor's house, how do I get in? I know that's fucked up. So I'm purely speculating. I'm trying to put all the disclosures on, like, all that. It could be there's a child sex trafficking operation. Maybe this boy is one of many. Maybe Governor Jim Justice. I don't know. But think about it. What could be in it for him? Why would he be so close to Tom Acosta for all this time? It does make you wonder. Okay? But for me, when Tom Acosta dies is when I can quit worrying about this 7-year-old boy. Do not know. Do know it's possible. The 7-year-old boy may not be the only one. And I've been thinking about all this, you know, while homeless, while I was kidnapped, after I was kidnapped, still homeless. Nobody cares. That's why we need that 60-minute special on nobody caring. When Tom Acosta dies, you know, what else will happen? Like, I do not expect to inherit the house. The 6,000 square foot house I don't even like. I've never liked it, ever. I don't like the location. I don't like the house. Sherry made me homeless from it. But, like, it is still a property where it could be an investment vehicle, or it is something that typically happens in this country. Fathers pass down their property to their sons. I don't think that me or my brother Drew, we have to remember, I have a brother. He's not helping me, but he does exist. We should care about him. We should care about what happens to him in the future. My mother probably can't remember I have a brother or what a brother is, you know. So we have to be concerned about the person that's not concerned about me. That's like the closest person I have in the world. I think it is likely the only thing that Drew may ever inherit would be the Suburban, the 1998 Chevrolet Suburban LT that our father, Steve Trevette, paid for and my mother gave to Tom Acosta when she wanted to go live her best life in Switzerland with the other man she married, Richard. His boomers are stupid and slutty. I think that Suburban may be the only thing that Drew, you know, ever inherits from either of our parents. My mother may leave him some things if she can. It may already be wrapped up into Richard's got everything. There's nobody that's like, for me and Drew, around my mother, I'll tell you that. And my brother, while I've been homeless, was working for Amazon and had 6 roommates. So he was almost homeless himself. Correction! These videos are for all time. Drew Acosta was already homeless. Rita Kay made us homeless when we were in school. There's a whole other video on that. But she did. She made us homeless for like a week when we were in school. Because we couldn't get back to her on time. Because my dad was like, you're going to study for this test, Drew. Right here in the comfort and security of your own home. That Nathan won't even have later. Because I'll make him homeless in like 10 years. But like in the 2000s, our parents sure did that shit. Because that's boomer stuff. Yep. Fine. Huh. Our parents have lived fabulous lives. And, you know, that's how it is. But, Tom Acosta could go out in a suicide. So, like, I don't think that he would use a firearm. He's never been around or used them before. Hold on, we got this emergency. Probably a boomer out of control. Usually my experience, when it's 2 fire trucks, it's a boomer out of control. They get back under control. They're just carried on. That's why we need a fire department. Help these boomers calm down. Or it could be a cat in a tray. You know, boomers. Cats sometimes get in a tray. Occasionally we have things like 9/11. A boomer caused incident. Fire departments are boomers. Good children's book. Anyway, Tom Acosta could go out like, goodness gracious, it might be 2 boomers. Could be a cat in a tree, and a boomer that just climbed up there and can't get out. It's gonna be okay. Or maybe it won't. We'll never know. Tom Acosta, I think, if he goes out in suicide, I don't think it'll be like asphyxiation with like the water hose. Like, he'll do something peaceful, and he'll do it like that's the kind of the way that my brother will inherit the vehicle. As my dad, who never even paid for this SUV, but is driving it around, and he's got 3 free SUVs in that 6,000 square foot home that he abandoned to go live somewhere else where he doesn't have to have bills. Because he's cabin sitting. He's closer to where the little boy is. I think the little boy is in Raleigh County, West Virginia, and never leaves Raleigh County, or never leaves it with Tom. I think all of the sleeping around with Tom always happens at the same place. That is what I believe. But this other place that Tom Acosta's living is a lot closer to that, and he doesn't have any upkeep, maintenance, or have to pay any bills. So Tom Acosta, I'm out here struggling to survive, and Tom Acosta's out here living the fabulous child molester life like Michael Jackson. That's what's going on. McDowell County knows enough and doesn't care enough at all. But I think my dad would probably go out with like the garden hose attached to like the exhaust of the Suburban. Like, and he will do that. He's gonna do that like right before he knows he's gonna get caught for being a child molester. I think that, like, my dad's probably, he gave up on his dreams. He used to be a man of faith, but I think he's just gonna be like, you know what? I ain't even gonna deal with prison. I'm just gonna kill myself before they get here. I think that's how Tom Acosta's likely to go out. But like, then my brother will get the SUV that Tom Acosta killed himself in. Like, that's just Tom's way. I think that would be most likely. If he has a way to do it, it can still be controlled. I think that's likely. I don't think Tom Acosta even ever, like, I don't think he's ever worried about going to prison. I think he's always known if it becomes that severe to where I'm gonna get caught, I've already got a plan to end my life before that ever happens. That would be my best, because I do know him I know him better than anyone else on the planet. It should be my mother, but she divorced him in 98, and then she remarried a Saudi Arabian arms dealer, and she can't remember who Jesus Christ is, because the Saudi Arabian arms dealer probably never wanted her to. So, due to all those things, we will talk more about when Tom Acosta dies. I think this will be a good topic. I help raise awareness. Like, all my videos, it might bring about the right person to say, you know what? We are not going to stand for this. We're going to help Nathan and that little boy and a homeless U.S. veteran and like all these people whose lives keep getting ruined. So we got to find a way to just hold on to hope and the idea that can happen. Back here at my rock solid location on the other side of the homeless shelter. Wanted to throw this in. Really good. Put this in the when Tom Acosta dies. Maybe part 1 video. Where does Tom Acosta belong after he dies? I think this is new to YouTube. It's not new to Facebook. They should already know. They don't care. The rest of the world. Hey, rest of the world. Tom Acosta belongs because he went to January 6th and disrespected 17 million veterans again when he went to January 6th after he stole the money for the Raynell, West Virginia mural. Since he has multiply disrespected all veterans multiple times and then became a child molester. Obviously, to me, the only place suitable for Tom Acosta is at the bottom of the Yellow Sea, which is so close to North Korea. The North Korean Navy cares about whatever pops up all of the time. So, Tom Acosta belongs at the bottom of the Korean waters at the Yellow Sea, probably in like a Diet Mountain Dew bottle that Veronica Hagerman Foley sucked on herself. She's up there on Bradshaw Mountain. We'll just go get one out of her front yard. There's like 500 of them. Old plastic bottles that Veronica sucked on. We'll just go get one of them, and you will put whatever's left of Tom Acosta, as ashes and dust, into a Diet Mountain Dew bottle, and then we'll get it, hanker down. I would love to take Joe Manchin's yacht to almost heaven, out there to the Yellow Sea. And Heather Manchin could be with me. She, if she wanted to do her patriotic duty. We have Gail out there. We cared about religious freedom. Ran hauling Tom Acosta to his final resting place. I would love it. That would be like my bucket list. Go out there on Joe Manchin's yacht with some U.S. Navy personnel and other boats. Helping us maybe we'll get on Ski-Doos at the end and just take a run for it and then chuck that fucker and boom, hit one splash, and that's the end of Tom Acosta. That would be, he does not belong on U.S. soil. In U.S. soil, if I can get him exhumed and throw him into the LSC, if it has to happen that way, whatever we could do, make sure Tom Acosta is not on U.S. soil for any second longer than he needs to be. Clearly.